Hey everybody, happy Saturday, happy Battlebox day. Yeah, this just arrived, just got dropped off. The funny thing is, my tracking app on my phone says it still has 2 more days to get here. Weird how this always arrives sooner. In any case, this is probably my last video before my surgery, so I'm really glad it arrived prior, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this afterwards. So let's just jump right in and see what Battlebox has for us for April 2017. By the way, side note about not the very last video I put up, but the one before that about the Firebird by Ganzo and the lower cost, you know, good knives again. This knife, the Kubi, I've been carrying it around, just trying it out for a while. It is an amazing knife for $23. It is fantastic. So might as well pick one up and try it out, guys. Now, I'm pretty excited about this box because I remember reading somewhere online that the knife of the month is a limited edition, special made just for this browse blade. So we'll see. Yeah, there it is. Well, okay, I'm going to try to keep an open mind and not be upset. So this is another DOPP kit. Now, way back when, Alpha Outpost gave us one of these, and it was cool, but I wasn't thrilled, and I certainly didn't want another like health and grooming box, especially not from Battlebox. But okay, keep an open mind going into this, and we should have an awesome knife of the month. Keeping yourself groomed and hygiene is important. You know, historically, a lot more people have gone down in the field from infection and, you know, sickness than any kind of combat injuries. Is it important to have a cool box, you know, so you can stay well groomed and everything? Yeah. Am I thrilled? I don't know. We'll see. But let's take a look. So Mission 26 DOPP kit. So we're looking at the Pro Plus once again. So $331.41 value. Let's start with the basic box. Let's look at the Grenade Soap Company Gunsmoke Soap. It looks like we've got a lot of different stuff from Grenade Soap Company. And it says, experience the smell of this freedom. You know how I like to smell things. Freedom smells like soap, apparently. It's not bad. There's the packaging. I like that, actually. I'm not a big fan of bar soap because I don't like that feeling of like a film on you left over. But I'm not going to open this right now because it's a bar of soap, but it smells nice and fresh. I mean, I'm not going to shower for you guys to try it out unless you really, really want me to, and you comment that you'd love to see me in the shower, and that probably still isn't going to happen. But so we've got this, and this apparently is an $8.95 value. Let's look for the taint. I'm not making it up, guys. The taint scrubber. Here's the taint scrubber. Okay, at least this box is very humorous. Oh, tell me that taint stands for something good. Tactical ass and intense nut technology. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. I love this box now. Well, this is just basically like if you remember in the Alpha Outpost DOPP kit, the kind of loofah pouch, this soap will go in it. But at least this one's tactical, right? It's OD green. It's got little handles on it. Kind of reminds me of Molly attachments. I mean, it's nothing special, but at this point, might as well open up the soap so we can see if it goes in. Oh, that's cool. So the soap is shaped like a grenade, and you've got your little steel wire that can go in there as a handle. That's nice. But I'm assuming it's made for this bar of soap, and it fits pretty nicely in there. So you've got your taint scrubber. I love taint scrubber. All right, taint scrubber, cool. And the taint scrubber, they say the value of that is $9.95. Next, look for the Camp Pack towel. I'm dying to open this, but knife of the month always comes last. Just put it to the side. Okay. Here's a Camp Pack towel. I love these things. I have gotten a lot of these kinds of fleece microfiber towels downrange. They're great for the most part. I mean, the ones that I usually get, and I just get the ones that they sell in the BX. But these things are so super absorbent. This feels really different than the ones I'm used to. This seems a lot thinner, but it's a good size. It's a very small towel size. Oh, and it's connected here to the pouch so you can't lose it. I don't like that very much. I guess that's convenient so you can't lose the pouch. There you go. It disconnects. I'm not sure how actually absorbent this thing is. The packaging here says it's antibacterial, which is cool. Fungus, mildew, athlete's foot, mold, yeast, awesome, deodorizing. It's washable. That's always important. Some of these things you have to hand wash, and that's just annoying. Who wants that? Excellent for cleaning fine optics. That's interesting. It's good multi-use. I wish I could describe the feel of this, because it doesn't feel like a regular microfiber towel. So, there's not much testing you can do with a towel besides some water, so let's just get a sense of how good this thing is. Actually move brass blades back up there. Here's what I'll do. Just get my hand nice and wet. Let's see how easily this dries me up and absorbs that all. Pretty good, actually. Hand's basically dry. That's not a bad quick towel. So pretty good. I don't know how much actual water it can absorb and hold, and I'm going to leave it out here in the sun while we do the rest of this video to see how quickly this all dries off. And let's see, value of that thing there is going to be $8.99. So let's take a look at the Grenade Supply 24-hour dry antiperspirant, which is a grenade. All right, so lots of novelty going into this. So you squeeze your spoon and it opens up and there's your deodorant. And it smells kind of like a sporty, fresh smell. This to me seems like it would be inconvenient just to get under your arm though, with all the size, but so it's deodorant, and there's where you twist it to get it, you know, to advance a little bit. Is there anything really special about it? I don't know. I mean, besides the fact that it comes in a grenade shape. It'd still be cool to use at the gym on base, just to take it out and use it and like in front of everybody. I don't know. It smells pretty good. $7.99. It's just, I don't know, getting that up under your arm wouldn't be as convenient as a regular old deodorant, I don't think, but there you go. More novelty than anything else, I think, for this item. Next, we've got the Coleman Camp Soap Sheets. So these, you just add water and they're like little sheets impregnated with soap. So like, almost like a little moist towelette, but there's no moist, it is just soap. Ethan, come over here. And it even warns you to remove with dry hands, because as soon as you touch it, it's going to be soapy. And you know what? I don't mind opening this up so we can take a look at them. Yeah, they feel soapy, and they smell a little soapy. They're hard to grab, just one, they're little. So as you use these, I have a feeling they just sort of dissolve into soap as you mix it with water. That's actually not a bad idea. That's pretty cool. At first I thought it was like a moist towelette or something, and I'm very disappointed, but I get it. Dissolving camp soap sheets provide a lightweight and compact way to clean hands, dishes, and more. So that's pretty cool, actually. This is not bad, and it's a small waste nothing container. Throw that in your pack or your kit or something. I like that. That's a good item. Next, we're looking for the Epic Wipes Massive Refreshing Wipe. And these are moist towelettes. Okay, so now we have man-sized moist towelettes. This is, what, really? One? So this says each packet contains one extra large disposable naturally scented wipe. So is this like one giant wipe? That's kind of ridiculous. I kind of want to open this, but I kind of don't. The massive wet wipe. Yeah, so this is one giant wipe. Towel sized. 31.5 by 19, almost 20 inches. I don't know what the hell in the world you would need for a wipe this size. I'm just gonna say it. The worst bloody diarrhea in the world. I don't know what the hell you would need a wet wipe this big for. But there you go. One giant massive wipe. It is true. So fantastic then. I'd rather have a package of multiple smaller ones than just one giant one that I'm gonna open and use and that's it. How much does this thing run? According to this is $3.99, so $4 for one big wipe. Meh. Moving on. Easy Towels compressed disposable towelettes. So this came, something very similar to this, in one of the Shit Hits the Fan boxes, and this was actually pretty cool. Not any good for you if you want to use it to, you know, absorb, like clean up a spill, or I guess you could try to have it absorb, but really you need to put this in water, and then it turns into like a little towel that's moist. So it's not a dry towel, but they're kind of cool. I guess you could put it in the sunlight and dry it after you get it moist, but they're not bad at all to have. And this says there's a carry tube, so not only do you get a whole package of them, but inside you get like a tube, a waterproof tube that you can put in your pack or whatever to carry around. They're just fun to use. Me and Aiden took an entire package of them and just put them in water and watched them grow, and then threw them on things and then watched them shrink and all sorts of stuff. So not the best item. It's got its uses. I'm not thrilled with it though, but it's cool. This one comes with this little waterproof carrying tube, which is better than having to put this whole pouch in there and hope that it doesn't rip and stuff. $8.63. So that's everything that's in the basic box. There's only one item in the advanced box in addition to the basic, and that's the Grenade Soap Company Tactical Toothbrush Handle with replacement toothbrush head attachment. And I think that's this. Tactical toothbrush. By the way, this is a 45, not kidding, $45 toothbrush. Because your tactical toothbrush comes with a carbide glass breaker and a ferro rod striker. Wow. So I guess there's something called stowaway tools that this company sells that will go into your handle here, this aluminum handle. It's aluminum, it's got a nice rubbery coating there, that's cool. It's fairly heavy, I mean, especially, you know, as toothbrushes go. This aluminum cover slides back on. Yes, there you've got your carbide glass breaker and a lanyard hole. Now these stowaway tools, which I'm not familiar with, apparently you can mount them in there. So this slot right here, it's kind of in the shadows, you can't see. You take that screw out and then you can screw one of those tools in there so you can use this as a handle. I'm not really familiar with the stowaway tools, so I'll have to look them up. So it's not that fancy. You just take your tactical toothbrush head and you put it in there. This is the most complicated toothbrush I've ever seen. And I doubt it'll be a toothbrush I ever actually use. There you go, there's your tactical toothbrush. Again, the novelty of it is pretty cool. If I had any of these stowaway tools, it might be really interesting. I have to look them up and see what they are. And then I guess we can store the toothbrush in the handle there. So is this like big value for this thing? I don't know. I guess it really depends on if you have these tools or not. It says there's any number of tools to choose from. You've just got to go get them, I guess. All right, so let's dig into the Pro box. I've gone through the basic and the advanced. Let's look for the 6-shooter razor. That's probably this. This is a $49 value. That's just cool. That's just cool. Now, if you guys don't recognize this, I hope you do recognize this. So this is basically the forward barrel and the flash suppressor from an M4. It's a cool handle. It looks like this thing would use the razor blades that I use. The Mach 3 kind of series. Is it Mach 3? I can't remember what I use. Whatever. Well, I don't know. But and that's just a cool razor. I mean, that's all it is. It's aluminum. It's metal. It's different. Novelty mostly again, but it's cool. I'll use it. I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna geek out and use this cool razor and have this around where people can see it. Especially if you go TDY or something where you're deployed. That's just a cool razor to have. I like that. Is it worth 50 bucks? I don't know. But yeah. All right, next let's look for the Grenade Soap Company DOPP bag and ammo bag, and that's actually costs less than the razor for $30, $29.99, and I'm guessing that's this. By the way, tactical towel is dry at this point. This is a pretty big bag. Reminds me of an old mechanic's tool bag. So let's see the features right there. External accessory pouches for toothbrush, razor, blah, blah, blah. Military grade nylon construction, heavy duty base. Yep, does have a nice solid base for it to sit on. Rugged handles, sturdy zipper, built to last. And a portion of proceeds benefit United States veterans. So that's cool. I don't know what the portion is, but it's a very heavy duty bag. Rubberized on the inside, so that's cool. Lots of little pouches to organize stuff. One big compartment. I probably won't use this for shaving type stuff, but this would make a nice range bag. Could use this for a number of things. This is a pretty large, lightweight bag, and it's got reinforced bars here to help it stay open. Hold its shape. That's pretty cool. This is a great bag, actually. I really like this bag. I think this bag is worth more than the razor. Definitely. And then you've got your nylon areas on the outside. You've got your webbing, and then regular pouches. Fairly lightweight. I guess the metal reinforcements and that solid bottom give it a little weight to it. But that's a pretty good bag just to carry around, and I love OD green. So, I guess I can start putting all this stuff in the bag. So I guess people get upset when I don't do all these little things. So let's take a look at this. So here is the stowaway tools that can go in that tactical toothbrush. And they do have a number of different tools. So if you're gonna use it, it might pay off to invest in some of these different tools. So you have all these different things on hand. I don't know if this gives you any kind of discount or if this is just an ad with the different kinds of things that are in there. One of them is a ferro rod fire starter, or a wrench, multi-tool, screwdriver, all this stuff. So that can go with your handle, and that all works. You can also put them on a carabiner, and they have an iPhone case too. Not that I have an iPhone, I'm an Android kind of guy, but so we've got that. We got an ad if you wanted either another one of these razors, or you just want to get some other accessories. I don't know what they have at 6 Shooter Savings, but there's a 25% off code. And then win 1 year's supply of Epic wipes. Now, I don't know what they consider 1 year's supply when your wipe is the size of a beach towel. But you can win 1 year's supply and $250 cash. And there's that. Let's see, what do we have next? We have Grenade Soap Company beard oil. I don't have a beard, but I do know from those who grow it out regularly that if you don't keep it oiled, it gets kind of nasty. So this is cool. I don't know what it smells like. Let's see what it smells like. It smells like an orange creamsicle. Not lying. So yeah. I honestly don't know what the value of this is. I know they say it's worth $18.95. I guess those of you who rock beards all the time, you let us know how important this stuff is. You can put a comment in that this is good to have, it's vital to have, it's nice to have, it's useless to have. I don't know. But there you go. Tactical beard oil. It smells good though. It smells really good. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the moment I've been waiting for, the Pro Plus. The only addition in the Pro Plus this time is the Browse Blades Mini Cami Limited Edition. There's 6,000 of them made. It's a $120 knife. Great box. Love it. Adjustment wrench. Ooh. And it looks like, because this is kind of a shaving hygiene kit, maybe this is like a little straight razor. It's smaller than I thought. Amazing box though. It's a solid clip that's not going anywhere. I'm not sure if this is copper or bronze. It comes with its certificate of authenticity with the production date, and it was made just a month ago. Let's see, so the handle material, it's copper. It's D2 tool steel. That's pretty cool. And it comes with a lifetime of sharpening and refurbishing. That's really cool. Browse Blades is an awesome name in knives. If you know them, I don't need to say anything about them. If you don't know, They are very top end, very high end. And that is just a sweet little blade. And I'm assuming you could use that for shaving. Yeah, you could. Yes, you could use that for shaving. Or it could just be a sweet little carry. And because it doesn't lock in a lot of places where locking knives are illegal, it's just a slip joint. It's beautiful though. The simplicity of it, I love. It is really nice. And it's limited. They're not going to be anywhere else. That's really awesome. I thought ahead. Piece of paper. Now we already saw it could shave like nothing, but see how fine that is? I'm barely pushing this thing through the paper. Beautiful blade. Great finish on it too. I don't know if you can catch the finishes. I know the sun's shining from the opposite direction, but I always love the knife of the month. Again, I say this every month. I've never been disappointed by the knife of the month. This is small, but it is classy. It is well made, and it is just functional and effective as hell. And it's unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything exactly like this. So this is cool. And I've always contemplated shaving with a straight razor. I believe I could shave with this. I'm not going to, but I could. I could. And you know, the fact that it's a limited edition browse blade, that's just awesome. Complete with the tool, certificate of authenticity, and this amazing box that it comes in. That's great. I would prefer a more tactical box, honestly. I'm not 100% on it. I'm not totally disappointed. Some of the items were cool. Some of the items were mainly novelty, funny, but some value for if you're out in the field. I hope that next month we get more of a tactical, back in the wilderness type box with some of the more, I guess, tactile. That's the word I'm looking for. It's Battlbox, not shaving box, but still good items. Good items. I don't know how valuable some of the stuff in there really is to have, but I'm going to use it out and I'm going to try it. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I do welcome comments on anything that's in here. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to say, this box sucks because it's not a tactical box. Gotta take it for what it is. I still think it's better than Alpha Outpost ever was. Definitely better than the Alpha Outpost DOPP box for sure. Anyway, all right. I really appreciate you guys watching this channel and supporting. You're a great bunch of guys. I love making videos. There was a subscriber request for a specific review for something, so I'll work on that while I'm kind of laid up recovering. If there's anything else specific you guys would like to see, please let me know. You can send me a PM here on YouTube. You can email me directly at DOCP96, DOCP96 @gmail. Or you can just comment on a video and let me know what you're interested in seeing, and I'll see if, do my best to make it happen for you. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I'll be back again real soon.